Good morning students. A warm welcome to this recorded class. In the previous video, I have explained you how to transform imperative sentences into indirect speech. Now in this video, let me explain you how to transform exclamatory sentences into indirect speech. So before I start with this, let me explain you what are exclamatory sentences. What are exclamatory sentences? Exclamatory sentences are the sentences which explain certain strong feelings and emotions, like we can tell for sudden surprises, sudden shocks, sudden surprises. So for these things we use exclamatory sentences. Okay, now exclamatory sentences, few exclamatory sentences begin with question words like what or how, okay, and ends with an exclamatory mark. Whereas few exclamatory sentences, they begin with interjections. They begin with interjections like alas, hooray, wow, oh, ouch, next bravo. So like this, with these few interjections, okay, few exclamatory sentences begin. So as soon as you get the interjection, you put the exclamatory mark. But at the end, there is no compulsory rule that there should be an exclamatory mark, okay. There is no compulsory rule that there should be an exclamatory mark at the end if the sentence begins with a interjection. Whereas if the sentence begins with the question words like what and how, then at the end you will put the exclamatory mark. Now hope you all have understood what are exclamatory sentences. Now let me explain you how to change exclamatory sentences into indirect speech. Okay, shall I start? Yes. See, when we change the exclamatory sentences into indirect speech, the introductory verb said to changes to exclaimed with happiness based on the emotion. Sometimes you will be full of happiness, extremely happiness. At that time what you will do? Exclaim with happiness, like this phrase you will use, or you can use exclaimed happily, okay. Next, exclaim with joy. For the sentences which express the happiness, like what all can you use here? Exclaim with happiness, or exclaim with joy, or exclaimed happily. Whereas for the sentences which express extremely sad feelings, then what you will do? Exclaim with sorrow, or exclaim sadly, or exclaim with sadness, like this we use. Or for few things which you can tell with wonder, when you feel something wonder, then what you will use? Exclaim with wonder. When you are surprised, then what you will use? Exclaim with surprise. So these phrases we use when you change the introductory verb, okay. To change the introductory verb, when you change it into indirect speech. Next, here you won't use any, like we can tell when you change the exclamatory sentence into indirect speech, the exclamatory sentence which is in the reported part, and here you have to, there is no subject here. You have just written what a wonderful place. So you have to imagine the subject as it is. You have to imagine that it is. So what a wonderful place it is. You just imagine. In few sentences it will be given, few sentences it won't be given. So here it is a subject. So what you will do here? That it. And is changes to was. Is changes to was. Was a wonderful. It was a wonderful place. It was a wonderful place. Raju exclaimed with wonder that it was a wonderful place. Let me explain once again. See, Raju said, what a wonderful place. So they have not given any continuation to it with subject and verb. So there is no subject and verb here. So you imagine subject as it and verb as is. So now you change this exclamatory sentence which is in the reported part into assertive sentence. Before that you have the introductory verb said. Said changes to exclaimed or exclaimed with wonder. Okay. Now here see that you join the reporting part and the reported part with the conjunction that, and here you have subject it, so subject should come first in the assertive sentence, it, and is changes to was a wonderful place. Let me give you one more example. Okay, Kishore said, okay, what a pleasant surprise. So now how you are going to change it? How you are going to change it? Kishore said. Said changes to exclaimed. Said changes to exclaimed. So what you will get here is Kishore exclaimed, and you join the reporting part and the reported part with the conjunction that. So they have not given here subject and verb. So you have to imagine the subject and verb as it is. So what you will write here, subject is what? It. So when you change exclamatory sentence into assertive sentence, so subject should be first. So what you will write here? It. And is changes to was a very pleasant surprise. Very pleasant surprise. Okay. Is it clear for you, students? See, Kishore said, what a pleasant surprise. So Kishore said changes to exclaimed, and you join the reporting part and the reported part with the conjunction that, and here subject and verb is not given in this exclamatory sentence. So you have to imagine subject and verb as it is. So when you change exclamatory sentence into assertive sentence, so in the assertive sentence subject comes first. So what you write here? It. And is changes to was a very pleasant surprise. So shall I give you one more example? Karan said, how disgusting you are. How disgusting you are. No, see, they have given, see, Karan said, how disgusting you are. So it expresses what? It expresses anger. What does it express? Your anger. So what you'll get here, see, Karan said changes to exclaimed with anger, exclaimed with anger, and you join the reporting part and the reported part with the conjunction that, okay. You changes according to the object of the reporting part. So here object is not given, so you have to imagine object as me. So what you will write? I. R changes to, I is singular now, so R changes to was very what? Disgusting. Okay. So now let me explain few exclamatory sentences which starts with the interjections. Okay, let me tell you here. Gautam said, okay, alas, I have failed in the exam. In the examination. So now how you are going to change? Gautam said, alas expresses what? Sadness, or expresses the sadness, sorrow. Yes, so what you will write here? See, Gautam. Here you can write any phrases like said changes to, exclaimed sadly you can write, or exclaimed with sorrow, or you can write exclaimed with grief, or you can write exclaimed with sadness. So I'll write exclaimed sadly, okay, sadly, that. So don't write alas again, so you should not write this interjection, okay, that. I changes according to the subject of the reporting part. So what you'll get here? He had failed in the examination. Okay. See here, Gautam exclaimed. Said changes to exclaimed. Alas shows what? Sadness, grief. So you'll write sadly. You join the reporting part and the reported part with the conjunction that. And don't write alas again. You should not write that interjection. Okay, so I changes according to the subject of the reporting part. He have failed is present perfect tense. It changes to past perfect tense. Had failed in the examination. Okay, shall I give few more examples? Nitin said to Suresh, okay, hooray, I have won in the competition. I have been selected, you write, been selected to the finals. So now how you are going to change it? Nitin said to Suresh, hooray, I have been selected to the finals. So this said to Suresh, said to changes to what? Hooray, I have been selected to the finals. Hooray shows what? Extremely happiness behavior. So what you'll write here, see? Nitin exclaimed with joy, you can write, or you can write with happiness, or you can write exclaimed happily, okay, or you can write exclaimed joyfully, and you join the reporting part and the reported part with the conjunction that. And here don't write this interjection hooray, don't write this interjection hooray. I is there na, so I changes according to the subject of the reporting part. So what you'll get here, he have been selected changes to had been selected. So what you'll write here, had been selected to the finals. So hope you all have understood these examples, students. Okay, let us meet in the next video. Thank you very much.